Singapore is an island city-state of only about 720 square kilometers with 5.4 million people. So it's a very dense city. And public housing is very important to us. We house about 82% of the population in public housing. Firstly, we focus on home ownership rather than rental. So about 95% of the people in Singapore who live in public housing actually own their flats, and only about 5% rent, and these are the very, very low income. This is very important because it promotes rootedness in the country. It gives people a stake in the country. You will get better maintained flats. And also, it is a source of an asset that we can monetize for people's retirement. So the design of the public housing really looks at the life cycle of a person and his family. It starts when they're very young, when they first get married. We help them to buy an affordable flat. When they have a family, we help them to upgrade. And when they retire, the flat is used as an asset that you can monetize. That means you could sell a bigger flat, buy a smaller flat, and then buy an annuity, and that will pay you an income for life. Because many of our parents come from different countries, China, India, and they come and live in Singapore. So when we become independent, it was very important that people feel that they own a part of Singapore. If they were to be a citizen of this country and to be loyal to this country, they must feel they own a part of it. And it is important for us to give them home ownership. There are two components that are very important. I think first is to make sure that the housing is affordable to our citizens. So we do this firstly by ensuring that we build a whole variety of housing for budgets and incomes of different people. So for the very poor, you have a small percentage of rental housing, and then we build housing of different sizes, 2-room, 3-room, 4-room, 5-room, which suits different budgets. So the variety enables you to buy according to what you can afford. The second part is, of course, while you can price the flat affordably, it's important to think of the financing model for the public housing. People have to find a way to pay the mortgage. So how do they do that? A very important instrument for us is the Central Provident Fund. In Singapore, the Central Provident Fund, or the CPF, is a compulsory savings program. This means that all of us contribute 20% of our income to this fund every month. Our employer contributes 16%. This gives all Singaporeans a very high savings rate of 36%. And of the 36%, 23% can be used to pay for housing. So what happens is I will price my flat such that somebody will pay anything between 20 to 25% of their income every month as a mortgage for the flat. Now this means that if you choose a flat prudently, you should be able to pay your monthly mortgage every month using the 23% in your CPF, the 23% savings, and you come up with no cash outlay. And this is the way in which we have helped a lot of people achieve home ownership.